Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for the Super Sons Fortress of Attitude review of Son of Kal-El, Superboy, issue 7. And my goodness, I hope you look forward to the rating for this, because I certainly am. And of course we've got the terrible Tom Taylor on this run, of course. It's not as good as his deceased run, which he's better on Elseworlds than what he is on this. So, jumping into first things first, let's have a look in regards to the cover. Now, do these covers in any way, shape or form connect to anything that happens inside of the story? For the first one, not at all. In fact, you don't even see this actually happen in relation to the first cover. So, guess what? Tom Taylor punked climate change activists. In other words, you were screwed over. And he'll continue to screw you over. To which I give the cover a 5 out of 10. For the second cover, which is on the right hand side, I in fact give a 7 out of 10, because you do actually get to see something happen between Jackson Hyde as well as this so-called John Samuel Kent, or this John Kent. Now, let's move into the internal art, which we'll see some of the art around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. One of the things I would like to bring up about this story is that the narration is being done by the cult group called The Truth, to which John has been introduced to by Gossamer, which is also a condom name or a prophylactic name for Jay Nakamura. So that says a little bit more about Jay's character. He's a plastic character, as plastic as Tom Taylor. So here is some of the art around the beginning of the story. And as you can see here, this is where we get the narration coming from the Truth broadcast. Of course, we get Jay with a little bit of reflection on something that was brought up in the last issue, but he's still a suspicious character. Now it's time to jump towards the middle. As we jump towards the middle, we see Superboy up against the behemoth of the sea, also helping out Jackson Hyde. And I must admit, even though they tried to show sea look polluted, a very big fail in the area of pollution. But I still enjoyed the art, I'll give it that. And last but not least, towards the end of the story, to which the Gamora corpse has been sent out to try to help the situation. And Jay looking as if he's been planned to go to that position. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time for the story. Now, moving into first things first, did we get any comic references to any of the previous comics, which might actually help the reader understand what's happening inside of the story? No, because the editors, plus Tom Taylor, are too lazy to include that in their comics. Because they don't want to get more people buying their comics, because they expect media propaganda to help them promote their comics better, to get extra big sales. So, no. Oh, and by the way, issue 7 doesn't even make it in the top 50 list for January. Yeah. Let's remember that. So, moving in relation to the area of time, did we get any indication of time when some of these things took place? No, but it would help to include it in the story. We've got no idea if this takes place in the morning, afternoon, or evening. You know, that's bad, lazy storytelling if you can't include those things. Okay, moving into the area of locations. About the only thing that sort of did work for the story. We, of course, had the Truth HQ, but it should have still been pointed out as the Truth HQ, which is in a very dumb location, I must admit. All it would take is for someone with a friggin' submarine to blow up the Truth HQ, and it would be sinking to the bottom of the sea. Oh, and by the way, that would be some pollutions which Jackson Hyde could easily clean up on the bottom of the sea there. And say, what the hell are you bastards doing here? Moving into the next area, which is Metropolis. We also had Gamora and LexCorp Tower. The Metropolis Port. The cast of characters consisting of Superboy, Jay the Traitor, Bendix, Lex Luthor, Jackson Hyde, and last but not least, the Gamora Corps, giving this story an overall rating of 6.5 out of 10. We'll see you again on Super Sun's Fortress of Attitude, and have yourself an awesome day.